What's going on? Thank you so much for tuning in or pushing the button or scrolling down or up or turning the computer on. Whatever you did, I appreciate you tuning in and being here today. So I hope your weekend was good. I hope it was better than maximum security at the Kentucky Derby, but we'll talk about that another day. But I did want to say about what's with this? It is beautiful out today, and yet just like Kentucky with the Derby where it was all muddy, the whole weekend it was terrible here, coming in Monday morning, and it's beautiful, the sun's shining. Can't figure it out, but we'll deal. We've had lots of questions. People have asked, what's the process like? How do we go about picking out a wardrobe, designing it, the whole 9 yards? And we're going to answer it, but we're sort of like one of those books where you can grab a chapter at any point and read it and it'll be self-contained. I'm going to jump around a little bit. So the first time a client comes to David Lance, New York, and after we measure them, the first thing we do, whether he purchases 4 suits or 40 suits, we make a completely basted try-on. And in order to show this to you, let me actually, before I show it to you, I want to let you know that for us, we value our client relationships, the service we provide for them, who they are, where we meet them. We value that and we honor that. And to that same degree, they value their relationship with us and they want us to honor their privacy. So I don't know down the road whether or not I'll do a basted fitting on a client. If that client happens to come in and they live their life on social media and they like that, we'll probably do it. But for the most part, the majority of our clientele aren't that. They are running big companies and we're just supposed to be quiet and do what we do. So that being said, we make a basted garment. And in order to show it to you properly, I said that I was going to do it on this mannequin, but Jacob, come here, buddy. Come on. Come on, come on. So slip this on. Kimosabi. All right, come, just stand right over here so they can see. Hold on. All right. So Jacob is about the height of this client. Yep. And he's got the shoulders similar to the client. So it'll give you a pretty good idea of what this is. This garment, we call it a basted scrap garment. Why do I say it's a scrap garment? Because Nikki, can you see the suit behind this suit back here where I'm pointing?
Yep.
And see that? These are all different clients, same fabric. We use a scrap cloth. And so when we're done with this, we have about 60 yards of it. When we get through that, we just go on to another one. It doesn't really matter. So we make a suit based on we make a pattern based on his measurements and posture. We put it together with a piece of fabric. I put it on him, and then I grab my tools. I will have my chalk, my seam ripper, my scissor that can cut the finest of thread. It can also cut bone. But anyway, with these tools, what I will do is I will start to take every seam. I know that what I just did, you're going to keep filming because there's not a chance I'm redoing this. I know that each seam here is basted. And what we'll do is we'll start to open up the seam. And what will happen is I will adjust this sleeve and put it exactly where we want to. Whatever needs to be done. But this garment is made from the pattern we make. This garment is made. I then open every seam up, including the sleeve. We mark where the buttonholes will ultimately go, which won't be on this garment anyway. And we utilize this to make our finished pattern. Then we go and approach the clothing. Thanks, buddy. You can just stay there because I'm going to just sort of wrap it up. I don't have much more to say, but I appreciate you coming in. And by the way, speaking of the Derby, not that I really had a favorite. I did. Code of Honor, 3rd place, then 2nd place. Bring it home in the Preakness. Shuggy, you did awesome. And that's it. I will talk to you soon. All is good in DLNY land. Cheese.